Long Island University will be playing in the biggest game of their life on Saturday. Not to mention the fact they're a team from New York City and they're playing on the 20th anniversary of 9/11. Will that be enough to overcome the Mountaineers? Stay tuned and find out. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Kuz's Corner, your go-to channel for sports with a heavy dose of West Virginia Mountaineers. Before I get into my preview of LIU, I want to give a shout out to one of my subscribers, Oxy MG Gaming. Oxy, I appreciate you subscribing to my channel. For the rest of you, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Also, if you like my content, please smash that like button. Okay, now let's break down LIU. LIU is an FCS school, but just moved up from Division II in 2019. Their veteran coach over 20 years retired in June of this year, leaving no time to hire a new coach before the season. So they named quarterback coach Jonathan Gill as the interim. LIU had their season cut short last year because of COVID, only playing in 4 games and finishing with a record of 2-2. Last week, they played Florida International and lost by a whopping score of 48-10. Let's go ahead and break down the LIU offense. Last week, they were only able to muster 291 yards of total offense. At quarterback, their starter is junior Camden Orth. Last week's game against Florida International was only his second game where he played significant snaps. In the game, he went 15 for 30 for 197 yards, 1 touchdown, and no interceptions. He did carry the ball a few times, but didn't gain significant yardage. Their lead running back is redshirt senior Jonathan DeBick. DeBick only carried the ball 7 times, however, in last week's game, as they seem to be using the strategy of running back by committee. In those 7 carries, he gained 32 yards for an average of 4.9 yards per carry. Last year, DeBick averaged 5.6 yards per carry. He seems like a very capable back, but he hasn't played against a defensive line like WVU. The one position where they could potentially be dangerous is the wide receiver position. Here they have 2 returning starters, Tosin Oyekanmi, who is their possession receiver, and 5th-year senior Derek Eugene, or as I like to call him, the man with two last names, who based on his stats can take the top off of the defense. Eugene had a great showing last week, hauling in 7 catches for 115 yards and a touchdown. He averaged 16 yards per reception. In 4 games last year, he averaged 12 yards per catch. So last week's performance doesn't appear to be a fluke. Another positive stat for their offense from last week, they only gave up 1 sack and 2 quarterback hurries. However, like I said before, they have not seen a defensive line like WVU has. Once again, I expect Steele, Messidor, Alston, Martin, and the rest of that WVU line to have a field day. Now on to the LIU defense. Here I have one thing to say, but I'll say it 3 times. Letty. He should have a huge day, and hopefully even 1 or 2 of West Virginia's backups can have a good day as well. LIU's rushing defense is like a sieve. Let me put it into perspective for you. Florida International has not been in the top 50 in rushing offense in over a decade, and last year they were 71st in the country. Last week against LIU, they averaged over 10 yards a carry for a total of 318 yards on the ground. They also put up 276 in the air for a total offensive output of 594 yards. This is a game where West Virginia's offensive line should dominate and hopefully gain some confidence after last week's performance, which was average at best, in my opinion. So to summarize, WVU should absolutely crush LIU on Saturday, and if they don't, I'll be even more disappointed and concerned about the season than I am now. WVU's backup should get a lot of reps in this game, which will help build depth for the rest of the season. This game should help Daggy and his receiving corps gain some confidence, and maybe that will help them going into the Virginia Tech game next weekend. My score prediction, WVU 45, Long Island University 10. I'm only giving WVU 45 because I think they will play a lot of backups in the game, which will lead to a lower scoring second half for the Mountaineers. I'm giving LIU 10 because I think they will have at least 1 long pass play where Derek Eugene beats WVU's defensive backs for a touchdown. Well, Couz's Corner comrades, I appreciate you hanging with me again. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button and leave some comments below. I really enjoy the dialogue. Let me know your score prediction for Saturday. Do you think my prediction holds up better than the one I had last week? Until the next show, peace out.